Hey everyone, how is it going? Welcome back to Space Age Factorio, and we are back here today and we are going to be continuing our adventure. Of course, the first thing I'm noticing here as I'm trying to figure out exactly what is next on the docket is that number one is we barely have any iron coming in here, and that is definitely going to slow down our science production, although obviously it's not. Looks like, well, green is backing up, I think because this does not require any green. So we actually don't need this really right now. Let's move that back a little bit, and we will come back to it at some point, obviously. Let's get going on some other things first, though, and these things should kick off really quickly, and I expect that they'll be done very quickly, too. One of the things I do really enjoy about this infographic here is watching the progress tick up, and obviously right now it's very slow. Later in the game, that number is going to fly up, and it'll be actually, I think it's really fun to watch. So that's what we got going now. We'll fly through these. I'm figuring that, so we did do, we unlocked steel processing, which of course allows us to make steel plates. But to actually get anywhere with this, well, I mean, obviously, to do anything with steel, we have to actually make some steel. But that also does unlock Steel Axe, which unlocks our character mining speed upgrade. I kind of think that we should move towards steel next, since it's going to be essential for us moving forward. And it's better to get started now than later, in my opinion, just because steel can be really slow. So let's do this. Let's grab some iron plates here. We do want to be doing a mall, so that may end up being where this episode kind of goes. I never really come in with a specific plan. I like the factory basically telling me what needs to be done and then going down that route. Right now, what it's telling me is I need to mine out some more iron here. And then after that, we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do. I would guess that a mall is gonna be super useful for us for building things out more quickly in the future. So let's maybe focus on that really quickly here and then go from there. So there is some more iron, and that's really gonna, of course, speed things up. Why am I making extra belts? I don't need extra belts. We just need extra undergrounds and some splitters. So that'll speed up the amount of iron that we're making. And then from there, we are going to split off from what we've done so far, and we're going to make them all. So that is our next step here. Obviously, this iron is pretty pathetic here, not going to lie. Right, there we go. Cool. And let's keep this going down. I know we're making just like kind of an artificial wall here, but I do like it. Cool. All right. So now for a mall. We'll set up a mall right over here. We do want to leave a little bit of room, but let's think about what we need to make. So we need to make transfer belts. We need to make undergrounds. We need to make splitters. We need to make inserters, long inserters, fast inserters. We need to make pipes, underground pipes. We need to make assembly machines. We need to make assembly machine 2s later. Probably don't need to worry about that at the moment because we don't even have steel. We do need to make electric mining drills, of course. We'll automate these eventually, but probably not now. And labs, we might automate, but not right now, I would guess. We should make radars at some point, which means we do need to do green circuits. And for this needs green circuits as well, which is super frustrating. So maybe we need to actually do green circuits first, get those on the bus, and then make a little mall. Let's see here. What are these missing? Those are missing iron. We're just like not getting enough iron still. Let me double check how iron is doing. Iron could definitely be doing better. How many miners do we have here? I think it's 26 miners to fill up a yellow belt. That's 15. So it's like about half of a yellow belt. Yeah, we definitely can do more than that. So we may end up running back over there here momentarily, especially because I just did that, and I already need more iron. Maybe we will. Let's do this. Okay, I'm trying to figure. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I should do. So, green circuits is going to be a huge piece of the puzzle here. I'm going to move back a little bit more. Let's start green circuits here. So we're going to do basically the exact same thing we did here in terms of the actual layout, like this. But we are going to do some things differently. So there's a belt, and we can put these guys down, because that is the actual layout that we're going to do. And I should make some of these. I should grab some of these. I think what am I out of? Just iron plates. Yeah, classic. Just out of iron plates. Iron plates you just destroy early game, and then obviously you just start making them so much that you can't really make enough of them. I mean, I don't think you can ever really make enough iron plates. Cool. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna we are going to just do one side of greens. Now, here's what we're gonna do. So greens are gonna output like this. Actually, just kidding, not like that. They're gonna output like this, and they're gonna go into each other like this. Okay, so this will export here, and then it'll run onto both sides of the belt, and then this belt's gonna turn in this way. I want to have 4 green belts across, and then what we're also gonna have is it's gonna go like this, and have this grabbing iron from here, and we'll be able to run extra iron underneath through here if we need to. And this is like the build that I always do for green, basically. That's our green chips build. And this thing we can just like copy. We can hit H to rotate across the axis. So basically it flips the direction it's facing, right? This rotating it is not the same, right? Because the belts are running the wrong way. So if you hit H, it's gonna flip it in such that like it rotates it over the y-axis, and now everything is facing the correct way. So it's slightly different than rotating, because rotating it just turns it, right? And we actually want to. Why do I have 2 here? This should just be 1. There we go. And I like doing them in the middle. Why? It's just aesthetic. I don't know. These guys out, in, and make 5 of those. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. I maybe regret this. Why do I feel like this is going to be hard to... Like, if I have this coming in here... Yeah. I'm feeling like I should move this out 1 more, so that this could come into... Dang it. This is always the problem with early game, is I can't just pick things up really quickly with my bots. I have to like undo it all. Probably should have figured that out before I put it all down, but that's okay. So the problem here is that it's not going to be really easy to join with 4 belts, which is really what I want. I want to be able to have 4 belts of green coming out here. And, ooh, why did I pick those up? Sorry, I don't know why I did that. Out, out, okay. Then this is gonna come down like this. It's gonna rotate, it's gonna join over. Then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, like that, like that. There we go. And then we can do this again, like that. Okay, that is actually what we want. Now we've just made it like a little bit easier just to join in. There we go. All right, perfect. So now we can actually have 4 belts of greens here, and no one's gonna complain. Okay, great. And for now, we can just join across here. At some point, we'll have to make that different. That's fine. And we'll power it up. All right, so then this needs to be copper here. And I think that I'm just gonna do 1 of these. I'm just gonna build out 1 of these at the moment. because I don't think we need 2. Okay, splitter here. And then I can't see anything because these dang trees. All right, so that's the beginning of that. And then we just need to do this. And again, we're not making things super pretty yet. We're just slapping stuff together to get it to work. All right, so that's gonna do greens over here. If I do 1, 2 more splitters, we can do 3 more splitters. We can do like this. And then this will be the end of it, right? So then we'll want to do like this. And then we're going to want to do 1, 2, 3. And that is your classic 4-to-4 belt balancer. And we'll go 1, 2. I don't know why I did that. I can just make those now. 1, 2. Yay, green circuits. Okay, and we're just gonna pull one of these belts right now since we don't need more than that. Let's see, we'll just do this guy right here as the green circuits. Okay. Yeah, and there we go. Green circuits. All right, so now we can actually do our mall because we have green circuits. All that to be able to do our mall. Again, we're leaving space for our beacons here. So, and I probably want to leave room for like another belt or something like that just in case. So we'll go 1, 3, 4 across. At least we'll just go all the way like over here to start our mall. Okay, this is gonna be the start of our mall. Now, what are the important things to consider when you're making a mall? Well, you're gonna have a bunch of shared items that you're probably gonna wanna share amongst a lot of the more common base components. So for instance, like your inserters and your belts, they all use gears. This one doesn't use gears, but it does use belts. This one does use belts as well, also use plates. This uses gears, this uses gears, this uses inserters, and it uses plates and electronic circuits, right? This uses plates, this uses plates. Obviously, we're not gonna automate those. But actually, in the new version, you actually could automate these because you can actually farm wood later in the game, which is kind of cool. This uses gears, this uses gears, this uses pipes, this uses gears, although we're not automating that. This uses gears, lots of gears. So what I generally do at the beginning of a mall is I put out at least 4, at least. You may want more. And later on, especially when we get into some of the higher levels of belts, there are so many gears that they use. You want to make at least 4 assemblers doing just gears that you put on kind of a shared belt. And then over here, I like to have a belt coming in with iron on one side. So we'll go iron, iron, and then we'll have more iron come in over here. Okay, we gotta craft more of these now. But thankfully, this thing has made it super easy for us to have circuits now, so that is nice. Okay, and then let's think. What else might we want to share? I don't know that actually in this case there's really anything else we want to share. Pipes could be something you share, but in this case there's not really like a lot of stuff that's going to use pipes. So I'm not going to bother doing that. But what I will do is let's do, how do I want to do this? I'm going to move down a little bit. Like let's move down here just because I like leaving extra room. I've been burned too many times by not leaving enough room. Okay, let's do transport belts. We're gonna go here, in and in, plates, gears, out. Now, here's the important part, okay? We're just gonna put a chest here right now, but we are going to do this. We're gonna say enable disable when yellow belts are less than, let's say 600, okay? The reason we want to do this is later on this belt or this box is going to get upgraded to a buffer chest, and a buffer chest we'll discuss later, but basically it's going to be a place for us to keep all of our extra yellow belts that we tear up as we start upgrading belts around our base to higher levels. Cool. So that's belts. Then what uses these belts? Well, I know that red belts, which we haven't even unlocked yet, they're unlocked over here. But looking at this, this uses a yellow belt and some gears. So we're just going to leave this for red belts, okay? We know that we're going to need it at some point, and so we might as well leave it there for us so that later on we'll just have that intermediate. And the cool thing is, let's say this is a buffer chest, which basically a buffer chest, it holds all, like I said, all the extra yellow belts, and as we upgrade belts, they'll get put into there rather than getting put into like logistic storage. Those belts will then automatically get upgraded to higher levels rather than just sitting around in storage and doing nothing. So that's why I like doing this method, is you end up reusing, you know, old belts that you wouldn't be using otherwise. And again, like I said, that'll be red belts there. But that means that we need to do both undergrounds and we need to do splitters. I couldn't think of the word. Splitters. So we're going to do, yeah, we'll do the, oh, I do need to make some more of those. Need some more gears here. Let's grab some more of these. Let's grab some more of these. Let's grab some more gears. Thank you. Okay. Start making these. More of these, more of these. I love not having to craft circuits. It's the most amazing thing ever. They take forever to craft manually and they're super annoying. Okay, let's do some undergrounds here. We're gonna need to do a couple of these. So this is gonna do a belt, okay? And then we're gonna have over here, this is gonna be, let me just make sure. Yeah, this is gonna be undergrounds. We are gonna have to figure out, oh wait, we can have iron just run up here. Yeah, that makes sense. So we can have iron run up here. This is going to be iron, and then this is going to be over here, the splitters. This one needs circuits as well, and iron. So both of these are going to have to pull from this belt. This is going to have to pull from this belt, and then we're going to underground this over here. This is going to have to pull from this belt. This belt's going to have yellow belts on it. Belts with belts on it. It's very interesting that you can put a yellow belt on a belt. Sometimes the size of things is very strange in this game. We'll have iron here, so this is actually fulfilling all of this guy. And then we'll do the same thing. We will use our wire to connect here, say enable disable, and we're going to say when our yellow undergrounds are less than, let's say, 100, we will continue inserting from here to here. We'll go over circuits a bit more in detail later. This is just like a super easy way. You literally can just click either the green wire or the red wire and hook them up. You do not need to have, I guess, the circuit network research, which is interesting. But you just can like click on an inserter and then click and connect it up to the box. So this is gonna read the contents of this box. You'll see read contents. So if I put copper in here, you'll look at this network and you'll see that has 100 copper on a green signal. So it's just reading whatever's in here. Super easy way to control when you want to continue exporting from this assembly machine. Alternatively, you could hook it up to the assembly machine and just not make any more as soon as there are enough things in the wooden chest, but that is kind of a newer concept that was just added to the game as part of the 2.0 release, which is really cool. So actually, maybe for this one, we'll do that just to showcase it. So we can take our green wire or red wire, doesn't really matter. Let's hook it up from our assembly machine, which you used to not be able to hook up to the circuit network, but now you can. Hook it up over here. This, now it gets a bit more complicated. We have read contents, and actually, just kidding, it's not more complicated. We just have enable disable, and we're gonna say when splitters are less than 100, then we're gonna continue in creating them. So this will entirely stop creating any more, whereas this one will have like kind of an internal buffer inside here waiting to be inserted. Does it really matter? No, not at all. You can do whatever you want. This is just like kind of a fun way to explore the new ways of working inside the constraints that we have. So those are going to be for red logistics 2 belts. And I think that is pretty much the basic. Let's do these in the middle, otherwise it's going to annoy me. That's pretty much the basic mall that we have here. There are going to be, of course, a few other things like the electric mining drills, which let's go here and here. Shoot. All right, so there's gonna be blue belts here. We'll deal with that later. And we should be able to do that right here up against it, because this, we can always export this direction. So this is going to be our electric mining drills. Bring this up. There we go. That is going to be inserting electronic circuits and iron plates. This is going to be inserting gears. And then we'll export to there. And again, once more, we will say enable or disable when our electric mining drills are less than 100. Perfect. Now we need to deal with our inserters. Inserters are basically the exact same ingredients. So we're literally just going to do the exact same thing. We do actually want to do a buffer for this one though, because these get upgraded into the fast inserters. So once again, we will set this to this, and then we'll say enable disable when yellow inserters are less than 100. And then I'll continue making yellow inserters until then. Perfect. Do we want to do anything else? Oh yeah, we can do one other thing over here, which is super easy and straightforward, which is going to be to do pipes and underground pipes. This needs to go like this again, and then we can export there. This we can limit to here. All right, so this is going to be over here. We have just iron, so we're going to insert iron here and here. This is going to export pipes. We're not going to limit this. Sorry, we're going to limit this, but we're not going to like hook it up like we have with our other ones. We'll just limit it to like this many pipes. I mean, we might need a lot of pipes. And this will actually limit to 400. This is going to be undergrounds. So we'll just keep using the pipes there. One thing we do want to do though, is we do want to leave a surplus of pipes here and not use them all. So we're going to only insert to our underground pipes when there are more than, let's say, 50 pipes in here. So that'll always ensure that there's at least some pipes in here before starting to make undergrounds. Cool. I think that's everything. We'll have to get to these guys later. We definitely will get to using these. Same with the pumps here, but we're going to need to make engine units. We're going to need to make steel plates. So we've got a couple things we need to do before we even get to that. So last thing we're missing here is going to be power to hook everything up. And I think that once we get things powered, we should be good to go. Should be pretty straightforward getting everything hooked up. Did I get everything? No, classic. Okay, there we go. That should be good for now. Now we are gonna here be doing this. We're gonna split between iron and electronic circuits, and this is just gonna be iron here. So actually, let's do this. Okay, there's our circuits. Then here, going to be our iron for this side. Did I get this right? No. This is the far side here. These undergrounds are wrong. I don't know what these undergrounds are supposed to be. How do I always screw this up? This is the far side. Oh, I think it's because I'm on this side. Yeah, I'm on this side of the iron. That's why. Okay. There we go. And then this over here is also going to be iron. Again, like I said, we use a ton of iron early on, especially for like all of these kind of very basic components. Perfect. So that is just like the most simple little mall you can do. We are going to start churning out some gears here, and those gears are going to get used to make us all sorts of awesome things. Let's do one other thing here. We want to save some belts. So we're going to say enable disable when belts are greater, enable it when belts are greater than 200. So we're going to make 200 belts before we even start making any undergrounds or splitters. Perfect. And then we will want to make some fast inserters. Do we want to do that now? We could do that now. Okay. Here we go. Now, the real question is do stack inserters, sorry, bulk inserters, do bulk inserters use fast inserters? They do. Okay, that's fine. We'll go like this. And we'll say enable disable when fast inserters are less than 100. Yeah. And this is going to be for fast inserters. Okay. Oops. Go there. And that is everything, I think. Yeah, should be good. Let's do one more thing, of course. No, we can let that go. It's fine. It's fine. I guess we just don't have enough iron coming in here. Obviously we have we have barely any iron coming in. So we can up that very easily here now, especially with all of these electronic circuits and some of the gears that are being made over here for science. This is just too slow. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I mean, we just need more. Science is still moving along. Let's keep going on our researches here. That's a quick one. 20. This is pretty quick. This is pretty quick. I mean, we can just do all of these. And we definitely want to increase the amount of iron that we are processing here. I was going to make more of these. Guess I need a bunch of iron to be able to make more of those. And we probably will be getting another iron mine up here shortly. One other thing, did I did not put any radars down, did I? Or I think did I put one down? I did put one down here. We don't see any biters yet. I am a little worried. There's just desert out here, and so of course our pollution is going to spread more quickly since there's nothing to absorb our pollution. So I would not be surprised to see biters at some point. But we'll see how long it takes to actually get to that point. Because I did give us, I think, a little bit of an area. I can't remember how much of a starting area I gave us. It's probably a lot. I generally go with a lot. Just because I dislike dealing with biters too early on. Okay, how many? It's 25. I believe that if we do one more, that's actually considered a full belt of iron. I can't actually remember the math off the top of my head. It may be more than that. I could be wrong. But it should be good. All right, so we got red belts unlocked. Not that it really matters. We're obviously not going to be worried about red belts anytime soon here. We will want to up our power here shortly. That's always something you want to kind of keep in the back of your mind. It can be something that you really just forget about until it's too late. And when I say too late, it's not It's never too late to worry about it, but it definitely can get to the point where it's kind of hard to jumpstart your base, and you could kind of be floating dead in the water for a long time to get power up and going again, which can be super dangerous, especially if your defenses are built around lasers, which require power. But we aren't even close to that yet. All right, cool. Honestly, I think that's a really, really good, solid stopping point. We do need to finish like all of the inserters over here. We should have some getting made, which is nice to see. A whole 3 inserters, or 2 inserters, which is pathetic. But iron should be trickling in here a little bit more quickly here. And we are, we're knocking out some of these researches. We do want to do oil handling. That's going to get us oil processing, which oil processing is going to be used for our next pack, which is the chemical science pack. We are still definitely a ways away from that, but you can see like all of these researches are just red and green. There are a lot of red and green sciences, and then there are a lot of red and green and blue sciences. So you can get pretty far, and I believe that rockets are now just red, green, and blue. They used to be 5 of the 6 colors previously. Maybe it was 4. I can't remember off the top of my head. But in any case, it's way easier to launch rockets now, so we just need to do one more science pack before we actually technically could unlock rockets, but we are producing things way too slowly for that at the moment. You can see we're hovering right around 400 iron per minute, which is not bad. It's not bad. It should be going up slowly here, though, since we have been mining out a little bit more, and you can see it actually ticking up very, very slightly. But you can see that we just jumped huge in the amount of iron ore that we're making, so we'll have to be jumping up with the amount of plates that we're making here. So I'm going to call it there for today, folks. Next time, obviously, we're going to get to some steel and other things like that. The beginning here is going to start rolling very quickly as we start getting more resources, bringing in more iron lines and filling out more of these smelters and making steel smelters and so on and so forth. We do have this iron ore down here that we really should mine out for our steel, but I don't see any else here, so we're going to have to go find some. Anyways, that's a problem that's going to have to get solved next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. It'd be awesome if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel. It really supports me, and I do appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one.